Hello? Let's see. Give it. Give it. Yep. Alright. So, I didn't play any more Metal Gear. I beat all of the side missions that I needed to. But it came up on me fast, leaving. So, I just got home last night. Had class today. And now I'm going to stream following the Freedom Trail and talking about the places I've been to in Boston while following the Freedom Trail in Fallout 4. So, let's get going. Well, first things first. Boston Common. Way bigger in real life than it is in Fallout 4. Like, it was massive. Like, at least a couple acres of land. Let me see how big it actually is. $50 acres, yeah. So, it's pretty big. This isn't 50 acres. But it's impressively big. I accidentally went there during the No Kings protest, so I accidentally joined the protest. And my station that I stopped at, because it's the only one in Boston Common, was Park Street Station. So I came out of here. Which, another thing about Park Street Station, they didn't model it off the actual station. These are kind of the same, but in here is completely different. There is no, like, booth here. Going down. Also, they made it so much bigger than it is. Like, it's about this big. There is no, like, extra area this way. Not anywhere that they could build a vault. Alright, let's get back to the Freedom Trail. There. Blow that guy's head off. I'll blow this guy's head off. Oh. I already did. He's just missing. He just has a hat on the floor. I'm using my, like, really complete game of Fallout just so I have more places to go that I can talk about. Freedom Trail. Right here. Alright. So it does go up like this to the State House. Or, this is the State House, right? Yeah, State House. See? But then keeps going this way. And it, like, goes down these stairs and back into Boston Common. Or wait, no, I have it backwards. That's the way I took it. So it goes... It starts in like a gift shop now. Or probably for a long time. But it starts in a gift shop like right about here. There's a trail marker in the floor. There was a really big line out the door, so I had to wait to see it. And then out the door goes this way. Out. And then like up this path to the State House. And then back around, like this. Where it eventually crosses the street. And starts going... Well, I'm going to go start at the start of the Freedom Trails just so I can walk it. So, it doesn't actually start here. It starts deep in the park, And it goes this way. I didn't get to go in the Massachusetts State House because it was incredibly busy. And it also cost money to go in. But did see the Freedom Trail markers. I bought a keychain of one. Oh, so this is kind of what it does. Except it goes over here and it crosses down there. There was a lot of construction. This graveyard, right here. I went in here. It's a lot bigger in real life. I saw Paul Revere's grave, and I saw this. This is not for Benjamin Franklin, like I heard people say while I was there. Does this grave actually say nothing? Yeah, it actually does. I saw graves just like these everywhere. Like with the skull and crossbones, the skull with wings. But this is not for Benjamin Franklin. I don't remember the guy's name off the top of my head. It was raised up and like in the middle of the graveyard, which was a lot bigger. But they also, around here, had something like this, which was Paul Revere's grave. The guy who yelled, "The British are coming! The British are coming!" That guy. They had, like, his grave. Took a picture with that. Kind of felt a little disrespectful, but I did. Where did it come back at? Down here, maybe? Yes, down here. All right. So, first we're going to take a little bit of a detour. We're going in Good Neighbor.
You saw that big explosion over at CIT?
So, the old State House is actually, I believe that's where it is. It's actually about a mile down the trail. Like, it's pretty far away from the very beginning. I know it's a game, so they had to make it compacted, but it could have been a little bit farther away. Also, the old State House had a bunch of gift shops in it, which I found very interesting. There's another one. There was a Freedom Trail marker in front of the old State House. I actually went there the night before, and I didn't realize that I was on the Freedom Trail at all until I saw the marker. Okay. Okay, back to the Freedom Trail. The old corner bookstore, I never went in. Oh, legendary fire gold. Hunter's walking cane. I'll take it. I never went in the old corner bookstore. I went in 2 bookstores. One in Rhode Island, and one walking the Freedom Trail, but not the old corner bookstore. So down here. Yes, in here. Um, still don't know how to pronounce it. Faneuil Hall. That. I also saw that. It cost to go in, so I didn't.
Get in, boy.
So I can't really tell what it's like in there. Actually, I think I'm getting both of those mixed up. The last one I went to in Good Neighbor. I think I'm getting that mixed up with Faneuil Hall, which I think this is the one that had the gift shop in it. Yes, it is. Because it's much longer of a building. I'm about to die. Yeah. So this place definitely was not 3 stories. I will assure you of that. Or it might have been, but I never went up to the 3rd story. I just went up to the 2nd. And right across the street, like right down here, there was a Margaritaville. And I went there. It was $1.50 oysters. I ate a lot of oysters, and they were delicious. Thank you, Jimmy Buffett. Rest in peace. Okay, continuing on, since I've gotten a little sidetracked with Jimmy Buffett and his oysters. Yes, back on the Freedom Trail. All right. Around here, it was kind of under construction. Find the checkpoint? What checkpoint? Already here at the Old North Church, which I did go to, and it was very cool. So I'm going to go inside and talk about it. So, first thing, you come in the door, and there are no like display cases in here. Just immediately comes right into the church. Which, I always wondered why there are a bunch of these boxes around here. These are the pews. This is where people would sit, and they have little doors on them. They had an audio tour, which was really interesting. I really enjoyed listening to it. This organ is... Situate myself? Yeah. This organ is all the way up here. And it's really ornate, and it looks really pretty. Another fact. These chandeliers, they are cleaned about once a year by a guy, and they just bring them down from the ceiling. One of the employees told me that. Up here, there are a bunch of pews. It was all white, because everything in this place was white. This lectern up here, there was a fence here. Oh wait, it's right here. There was this fence here. Yeah, whatever it's called. But there were cushions here so you could kneel and pray. It was all very pretty looking. And then the way you would get to the what is it? The where the people are buried. It was down here, but it was outside.
We may have liberated.
I just killed that guy. Oh my god, I just murdered that guy. I just got really scared and I killed that guy. So down here, there were actually a bunch of graves. None of them really had these stones on them. They were mostly wood. I'm sorry, I killed that guy in there. Also, it was very cramped. Like, this is a lot of space. In reality, I had to crouch looking around, and I'm 6'3", which the other person that I was with was 5'6" and had to crouch as well. So it's very cramped in there. Also, I had to pay like $10 to get in here, but that was worth it because this place is really cool. Around here, there's a grave of a guy that people put coins on. They have a little sign on there that says penny if you visited the grave, a nickel if you knew the deceased, a dime if you served with the deceased, or a quarter if you watched the person die. So I would put a quarter on this guy's grave because I killed him. Also, I would also put a dime because we're both in the Brotherhood. So that's kind of how it works. But you entered this from outside, not inside. And the audio tours, which were cool, had to... you had to pay for that, like, a lot. But I did it. It was really cool. We'll continue on following the non-existent Freedom Trail now. The Freedom Trail does not actually end at the Old North Church. Keeps going. Keeps going about up here.
What the fuck
Goes... Actually, around here it splits off. Oh. It keeps going. I didn't know that. So yeah, so around here it actually keeps going towards Bunker Hill, which was my next stop. I walked across this bridge up here. Freedom Trail actually goes through it. Harbor was wonderful looking. It was nice. It was like 40 degrees out, 50-ish. But on my way to Bunker Hill, which they don't do it justice in game, it was massive. Like, this is like 60 feet tall. The real one's like 100. I didn't get to go in this museum because the government shut down. I didn't get to go inside because the government shut down. But I'm sure it looks exactly like how it does in game. Oh, I'm stuck on this lantern. But I'm sure it looks amazing from up top. You could probably see all of Boston. Yeah, there. Made it up. Oh, there's magazines.
There we go.
Cool. Let's see where we're headed to next. Wish I had my boots on. Then I could jump off, or my jetpack. Alright, perfect. We're out. Alright, the next place we're going... would be... right about... like here-ish. Which... I think that's actually where it is. Was in-game. Which is the USS Constitution. Yes, that is exactly where it was. Alright, so the USS Constitution also closed due to the government shutdown, but I did get to see it up close, and it's really cool because it's so incredibly old. I did get to go into the gift shop where they had pins made from pieces of the original Constitution and copper from the cannons of the Constitution. Or bronze from decorations, I think. But whatever it was extremely cool just to see up close. And I learned that all of the soldiers that are on the USS Constitution is an actual post that you can get sent to in the Navy. So you can actually get sent to work the USS instead of, I don't know, being on the USS George H.W. Bush. Or whatever it is. I think that is one. But it's a really interesting fact. I was not staying in Boston. I was staying, according to the game, way over here in what you would think is called Quincy.
Contact.
Which is named after...
Let's do this.
It's named after a guy called Peter Quincy.
So that's it, huh?
But it's actually... Leave me alone. It's actually pronounced Quincy, not Quincy. Some guy got mad at me for saying Quincy instead of Quincy. But I was staying in this place, I think it was a Hilton Garden, but I was staying in Quincy and just traveling around doing whatever I wanted to do. Going to Rhode Island, I was going to Boston. I'm getting killed. I'm dead. I took over Quincy with the Minutemen. But, I mean, it was an incredible place. I loved it immensely. I got to tour a couple universities up there. I went to Brown. I went to MIT, which, speaking of MIT, where is it? Where's CIT? Which, I don't know why they couldn't call it the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. You can't really copyright a name like that. But wherever the Commonwealth Institution of Technology is, it is not a flaming crater in the ground. I know some people wish it was, but it is in fact not a crater in the ground. It is a real college with real people, and it's real expensive to get in. I was talking to the lady that was giving my tour, and made me sick, the price that she said. People going there either get full scholarships or life debt. That's how bad it is. Is there any drugs left? Nope, none left. Shame. I did go to this airport, but I also flew out of the Rhode Island airport, which was like PVD, I think. Or, yeah, I think it's PVD. I flew out of Providence, flew into Logan, which is the Boston airport. Very nice place. Very confusing. There is no blimp. I mean, this feels about right to how it is outside. This is the road to get in. There's a parking garage somewhere.
May the Institute's fall be a lesson to anyone who risks tampering.
There's a
with our
parking garage.
humanity.
Flew out of DFW. Landed at Logan. At like 6, maybe 7. Where else did I go? That's about where I went. Quincy was real great. I got a bunch of really good seafood around there. Didn't go up to Maine, but I did get some lobster.
All right, here we go.
Engaging. Minimal distance.
Okay, I'm dead again. Well, that's about it from my tour. And I've still got quite a bit of time left. So I am going to go play